We got to do some things, that we usually do. Things that we can control. A lot of things. Screening, spacing, just some things that we usually can do that we didn't do yesterday.
You talked about turnovers. When looking at it, kind of dissecting them, was it something they were doing in particular, or just something you guys?
I think some of my mines would just bounce off my foot, bad pass, but it's things we can control. It's things that we can simply control.
Is it a good thing now to have the first one out of the way?
Yeah, I think the lights, the bright lights, will dim a little bit for everyone. Everything will calm down a little bit. I think that first game is it's always tough at home. Because of the excitement. And we got a bunch of young guys, but now it's over. Now I think guys are ready to just move on, and now we're ready to go.
You mentioned yesterday that they were overplaying you, overplaying DeMar. I don't want you to give away or I do want you to give away your game plan, but you don't have to. But what are some of the counters to that?
I'm not going to give you my game plan. It's just screening. We've seen some things on the film that we can do to be a little bit better at it, or a lot better at, and we'll be able to, change up a few things. It's about adjustments. Game 2 is going to be a completely different game than Game 1 was.
DeMar is obviously your all-star. He had a rough first game, but he's had rough games before. Is it reasonable that he gets singled out as a guy who had a rough start?
It's easy to say that he's an all-star, but at the end of the day, what's the team? He's had rough games before, and we still won games or lost games, but it's okay. He's fine. He's watching film right now, actually, and I'm positive he's going to bounce back, and he's really focused. And a rough shooting night. Sometimes it happens, Sometimes the ball just don't go in the hole.
Why are you so positive about that?
About what?
About DeMar's bounce back?
Because he's an all-star. That's the reason he's an all-star. I mean, he averages what he averages. He's a hell of a player, and he's only going to get better.
What's the mental lesson in those last few minutes, particularly what Pierce and Garnett were able to do?
They're Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. They made tough shots. They made some plays, and that's about it.
Nets kind of downplay this as a rivalry. How do you look at this next?
I don't think it's a rivalry at all. I mean, this is really we just play them a lot because we're in the same division.
Right. Do you have a rival?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Not right now.
Well, not your rival, but clearly there's been some barbs fired both ways. I mean, it's the nature of the playoffs, of course. And Amir said after yesterday, what Masai said in pregame, that he basically said, if he says F them, we say F them too. So what does it just say about the confidence of this group?
We're a confident group in general. What happened yesterday with that, that's yesterday. We moved on. We're preparing for Tuesday's night game.
What made Darren Williams so effective early on?
He was aggressive, man. He was really aggressive. He got some open looks in transition. We got an open three from us doubling Joe. But he got to the back. He was aggressive. He was really aggressive, and I think that that helped him a lot.
Kevin Garnett said that you're the snake. You're the head of the snake, and they want to take you out of the plan and try and do as much as they can to kind of slow you down. Do you feel that kind of pressure that they're putting on you?
They definitely paid a lot of attention to me, but I still got to make plays for my teammates, and I still got to go out there and do my job. And no matter if they're paying me extra attention now, I'm going to do my job and play my game.
What did you think of Darren's flop?
I didn't see the play. I really don't know.
Did you feel him on your own?
No, honestly, I didn't watch the game or watch any of the film or anything. I mean, they made a call and they made the call. I mean, I really don't know what happened.
What happened on the 24-second play, which was from the net bench? Down towards the end, you couldn't get a shot off. It was late.
Oh man, I mean, it was I heard Herbie count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I mean, it really is a different when you got.
Can't see it.
When you can't see it and you got somebody saying 5, if anybody count down from 5, you're like 5, 4, 3, 2, So, but they played good defense on that possession. Paul was up on that possession, and they made me take a tough shot.
Carl, thanks to Masai yesterday, it's got very hot very quickly. Does that help you?
Did it? Did it get high? I don't know. I mean, that's old news, man. That's old news to us. We're not worried about that. We're worried about Tuesday night. We got a great film session. We got practice tomorrow, and we got a game Tuesday. So that's what we're focused on right now.
Kyle, when you looked at the film this morning, were there opportunities to run that you guys turned down?
I think it was an opportunity to do a lot of things that we didn't do. We didn't. Some things we didn't screen on a possession, or we didn't shoot the shot that we could have shot. There's a lot of things that we could have did and we didn't do. So, but that's why you watch film, and that's why you make adjustments, and this is why it's a 7-game type series.
What was the pace good?
Say that again.
Was the pace good?
I think our pace was good. I think it could be better. I think we can get out a little bit more, run a little bit more. But we got to get stops, and we got to play defense the way we know how to play defense.
They're not a very good rebounding team, but they did some good work on the offensive boards. Was that something Dwayne signaled out at all too?
Yeah. We watched the film, and we got to get two on somebody sometimes, and we were rotating. When we rotate, we got to make sure that we get a crackdown man or a crackback man, or make sure we sandwich the big in some possessions. So we watched a lot of the film and watched it. And we've seen some things that we did well and some things we didn't do well. So now we have to come back and prepare tomorrow and go hard and get ready to rock.
Kyle, DeMar said before the series that playoff basketball is not rocket science, but obviously there is a step up. What kind of step up is it?
It's adjustments more. It's not rocket science, but you have to be able to adjust on the fly. And luckily we have a few days between games to be able to have an adjustment period. But we have to adjust quickly. It's one of those things where sometimes you have to adjust on the game and in the halftime. So it's not rocket science, but it is some things that you have to be able to do on the fly really quick.
Graves called Tuesday's game a must-win. Do you guys feel that kind of pressure that you need to come out and get game 2?
When you're in the playoffs, I think every game's a must-win. Honestly, we didn't. Unfortunately, we lost the first game. Now we just got to make sure we try to take care of home court in some way. We can't give away the full home court advantage. We got to take care of it in some way.